do you do when unexpected, unpredictable, bad events happen to your life? Those things that don't turn out the way you planned. Do you pull your hair? Do you feel desperation, that life is unfair to you? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. We all do. But wouldn't you agree that doing or feeling those things don't bring you the solution you expect? I can only talk from my own experience. No matter how many positive affirmations I constantly repeated, techniques for prosperity I followed, or even how many hours of meditation I did, until I started practicing daily gratitude, nothing, absolutely nothing worked the way I wanted. And believe me, I get why gratitude is underestimated. Because it is hard to be grateful when things are not good, or at least what we consider good. How can you be expected to be thankful if you see someone you love ill? Or if the love of your life walked away from you and it feels like you will never get over it? Or when you have those bills piling up, your bank account constantly in overdraft, and you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel? But if you see life as a constant learning path, as we are here to expand our consciousness and experience the best, gratitude might start to make more sense. It is not about simply saying thank you. It is about the feeling. It is not about being positive all the time. Nobody can be positive all the time. Difficult circumstances exist, and we should not ignore them at all. But there are easy ways to deal with those hard times, and this is where gratitude plays a massive part. And like some of you watching this video might have experienced, I desperately sought guidance and changing my perspective of gratitude, although I believe the best way to find out is by practicing. Because I spent hours looking for different options in the past, I decided to make a compilation of some influential people that inspired me to look deeper into this subject. So with no further ado, let's get right into it.
One of the interesting things that happens for me, and I've been so blessed, truly been so blessed with so many things in my life, but some part of me has restricted myself from really feeling that passion and love for the life that I live, even though it's played out like I wrote it down and dreamed it and it couldn't have been better. But some part of me has been holding back, maybe waiting for that next thing that's going to come that I have to be prepared for or whatever. And so when even going through this meditation, I feel that passion, I feel that love, I feel tears start to well in my eyes. And part of that is part of the appreciation, but part of that is linked with some sadness of like, wow, this was here this whole time.
Yeah.
And I haven't been feeling it.
Yeah. And that's a great moment. I think a lot of people, they are who they practice to be. So if you practice gratitude, then you will be grateful. If you practice like against all odds, opening your heart when no one else will, that's supernatural. And it gets easier to do it in situations that require less effort to do it. If you're going to believe in a future, that you're imagining with all of your heart, it better be open and activated.
I think that's one of the real incredible things that you've offered the world is that so it starts with this mystical understanding that isn't brand new. I mean, Jesus said, pray as if it has already been done, which is putting you in the state of gratitude rather than the state of hopefulness and the state of, I hope this happens and I am, in this spot, but maybe later it'll be there. Pray as if it has already been done. So it's that mystical truth, but then you combine it with the pragmatism of how you practice it, along with the science of how you measure it. And now it's something for our time, like it's something for everyone that we can really grab a hold of.
Sometimes we are so caught up with our busy lifestyles that we don't even realize how many things we have to thank for. But that is the beauty of changing some of our perspectives and trying to become a better version of ourselves. When someone expresses or receives gratitude, dopamine is released, connecting the behavior of feeling good. I am adding in the description the link to this full interview. And if you have some spare time, I recommend you watch at Aubrey's Marcus's channel. you will certainly get loads of insights from it.
Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to transform yourself, your moment, your energy. You can transmute everything that's going on with gratitude. Gratitude will accelerate your ability to pull into your life all the things that you would love to have, all the things that you think that would be cool, your experiences, your relationships, your health, all of these different things.
Try to remember any issue you had in the past and how grateful you felt when you sorted out. So instead of waiting for the problem to get sorted, why don't you feel gratitude for having the opportunity to learn from that experience? I guarantee you will make the process much smoother. So, for example, when you're going somewhere and something delays you, instead of letting that situation raise your stress levels, try to feel thankful for being safe and comfortable inside your car, or the train, bus, or whatever way you choose to go. And whether you are late or not, you will get there safe. At the end of the day, getting stressed will not make the traffic go faster, for instance.
Very often all we do is exchange prosperity. Somebody gives you something and you right away give it back. Or you reciprocate. Or somebody takes you to lunch and you immediately have to take them to lunch. Or somebody gives you a gift and you immediately have to give them a gift. Learn to receive, learn to accept, learn to say thank you and just receive. And if the universe likes to know that you can receive and not just exchange. And sometimes you don't need to give back to the person that gave to you. You'll give to somebody else at another time. But learn to accept. A lot of us have problems with that. We can give, but we can't. And when somebody gives you a gift, smile and say thank you. That's all you need to do is smile and say thank you. If somebody gave you a gift and you said to them, oh, it's the wrong size or it's the wrong color, I guarantee that person will never give you another gift. And the universe will say, this person doesn't want any good. You accept graciously, and if it really isn't right for you, then you pass it on to somebody that can use it. Same thing with compliments. If somebody gives you a compliment, smile and say thank you. Just smile and say thank you.
Gratitude can benefit social and emotional well-being, and also helps people focus on the bright aspect of life. It can also help build and maintain relationships, resulting in hope, fulfillment, and positive behavior towards others. A good exercise I start practicing and works wonders for me is whenever someone annoys me, those people that can get me angry, instead of letting that anger out, I count until 10 and start thanking the fact that they crossed my path. Everything happens for a reason. And so if that person shows up to me, it must be to teach me something. So I keep doing until that irritation feeling goes. And it doesn't take long. The more you practice, the easier it gets. I learned this technique by reading some of Louise Hay's books. At first, I thought that was complete nonsense, as most times all we want to do is scream and shout. But that doesn't help finish the anger. All you do after shouting around is share with others and replicate that awful feeling you had when the situation happened. An excellent way to start practicing is when you're driving, as people seem to get really annoyed when someone cuts in front of them or beeps, for example. Ignore those rude people. Instead, begin thanking your car that is taking you safely somewhere and whatever else you remember to thank for. You will see how quickly you forget what happened and will carry on with your trip in a much more calm state of mind.
I want to talk to you for a moment about gratitude. Everyone from time to time have things that just are not going right. It seems like everything's going wrong. Now, there's a law of rhythm, and when you're on a low swing, things will appear that way. But if you understand that everything in your world operates by law, you're going to gain an understanding of the law of rhythm and realize that you're not always on a high, sometimes you're on a low. But if you keep your attitude right, everything's going to turn out right. I want you to write down 10 things in your life right now that you're grateful for. See, your mind's focused on what's wrong. Not everything's wrong, something's right. Sit and write 10 things you're grateful for. Don't rush. What are you really grateful for? When you've got that done, I want you to send love to 3 people that are hurting. 3 people that you're having a problem with. I want you to send them love. Now, you'd probably like to break their legs or something, but that's not the good thing to do. You see, whatever energy you put out is going to come back. So you just send love. Just send love. You're not doing this for their benefit, you're doing this for your benefit. 10 things you're grateful for. Send love to 3 people that are causing you problems. And last but not least, be quiet for 5 minutes and ask for direction. Just be totally quiet and just ask Spirit for direction.
According to a study from 2011, published in Applied Psychology, Health and Well-Being, writing gratitude journals improves sleep. So spend some time writing down a few gratitude feelings before bed, which may help you sleep better and longer. You might overlook the benefit of daily practice, but you will notice a difference after several weeks or months. I hope this helped you to find what you are looking for. And if you have any stories about gratitude and feel comfortable sharing, please feel free to comment below. That way, you could be the one inspiring others too. I've added links below to the authors and personalities mentioned. If you have time to watch them, please do. I guarantee it will raise your vibration to the highest levels. If you found value here, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you can be notified whenever I post new content. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day.